The man opened the fridge and took out a cold bottle of mineral water, pressing it against his face. He seemed to enjoy the moment. The city's temperature had suddenly risen to 51 degrees overnight. Just as he was about to load groceries into his car, he heard something burning. He accidentally dropped all the eggs. As he bent down to pick them up, the spilled egg whites instantly cooked into fried eggs. The man looked up and saw the road surface erupting, as if something was about to burst out. Sensing danger, he jumped into his scooter, floored the gas pedal, and sped away. But the next second, the ground exploded violently, and a massive fire tornado erupted, destroying all the surrounding buildings. Meanwhile, the entire city's ground began to collapse. The man drove his scooter without a moment's rest, desperately pressing the gas pedal to escape, thanks to his excellent driving skills. He successfully fled the collapsing area. The temperature inside the car began to drop. He opened the car door and looked back, feeling a chill down his spine. The entire city was engulfed in flames, and those who couldn't escape perished in the inferno. However, this sudden disaster wasn't the only one. On a beach in Brazil, a couple was stunned by the sight of a giant wave rushing towards the shore. But in the next second, the bone-chilling air froze the wave solid. The cold air quickly spread inland, and people on the beach began to flee, but it was too late. The cold air instantly froze everyone on the beach into ice sculptures. Meanwhile, Japan was suddenly hit by giant hailstones. They smashed all the buildings, and the streets were filled with fleeing people and vehicles. However, the situation in the Middle East was even more bizarre. A massive tsunami struck the arid desert, drowning camels that never expected to be submerged by seawater. The towering waves then swept across Dubai. Why did multiple natural disasters suddenly occur worldwide? It turned out that 2 years ago, global warming led to frequent natural disasters. In just one day, heat waves claimed millions of lives, dealing a devastating blow to humanity. As a result, world leaders convened an emergency meeting to set aside their interests and work together to repair the Earth and save humanity. Finally, with the joint efforts of scientists from various countries, they developed a disaster control system. They launched thousands of satellites to form a global satellite network, each designed to alter the climate in different regions, allowing humanity to face disasters without being overwhelmed. These small satellites were monitored by a space station called Holland South Sea. In this way, humanity saved the Earth through technology. However, unexpectedly, 2 years later, the satellite network suddenly malfunctioned, causing various disasters to descend upon Earth. At this time, Zerk, who had just narrowly escaped a disaster, immediately boarded the weather-controlling satellite network to investigate the cause. He discovered that, as the head of the Asian space station, he no longer had access. He quickly contacted the Holland South Sea head, Away, but was surprised to find that he also had no access to the satellite system. Away reported the issue to higher-ups, but they believed it was just a system glitch caused by an accident and not to worry too much. However, as maintenance personnel went to fix the malfunctioning satellite, another accident occurred. A man was sucked into space due to a malfunctioning hatch. Only then,